What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. I'm once again joined by Tyler. We are back for a surprise Avengers Endgame Community Series video. We got two more, this video and another video. We want to do a couple more discussion videos about Avengers Endgame, about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We know we said we were done in the Black Widow video, but we're back, like I said, and we're going to do this one and one more. And we got a topic that I think, a lot of people probably would want this to happen. We've seen a lot of comments. We've seen a lot of division in people. And Tyler's talked about it too in the past of bringing back characters that have kind of died for a cause. But we want to talk about why we believe Tony Stark could return in any of these future programs, whether TV shows, movies, of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But if you guys have any opinions of this, of course, we always like to hear it in the comments below. We love discussion like that. So Tyler, why do you believe Tony Stark could return to these Marvel movies?
Well, the biggest reason, and people who've been following and watching all of these are going to say, wait a minute, you guys, especially Tyler, have said Tony Stark will never return. You're right. But what I mean is Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. But and this is how I know that. We are making this video, I don't even know what day it is, but that's okay. But the day before this, it's a Tuesday. The day before this, the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer came out. But funny enough, Alex and I were already talking about, texting and whatever, how, we think, or at least I think, the next Avengers movie is going to be Secret Invasion. And we've talked about that and kind of shown that in other videos, Avengers 2030 and other ones. But I think I don't think that's exactly the saga, though. Because remember, the Infinity War Endgame saga, that whole 22 films, was known as the Infinity Saga. So this next saga, I believe, will end up being known as the Secret Wars Saga. And the reason for that, and it's going to be a different Secret Wars than what took place in the comics, but the reason I'm saying that and how that relates to Tony Stark will return is this. The Secret Wars, I believe, and there'll be another video in the future, maybe not even on this community series, might be on a different, maybe the Spider-Man community series, which is for Spider-Man Far From Home. Basically, because we now know that there is a multiverse, which we kind of already have known because of Doctor Strange, but now we re-know that there's a multiverse. It's been confirmed. That means that there are other Earths, and again, we already know that. We talked about the alternate timelines, where there are humans that don't exactly exist on our Earth because it's a different Earth. Just like how if you're watching and maybe you're a boy in a different universe, you're a girl and you were born at a different time, so you might be slightly younger or slightly older. And according to science, that's actually real. I believe that. That is how we would have Tony Stark return. I truly don't see Disney and Marvel keeping the character Iron Man and Tony Stark out of the franchise forever. That really just doesn't sound right to me. Now, ending Robert Downey Jr.'s version of Tony Stark, that makes sense. And that is what they did. That's done. And in fact, I don't think we'll even see that Iron Man suit probably ever again. I don't think with anybody in it. The next time we see Iron Man, it'll be a different actor. And I'm talking, this could be almost 20 years from now, 15, 20 years from now. But the next Iron Man actor, the next Tony Stark actor, may even be somebody that we don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, there's in that amount of time, there's going to be a lot of actors that are like up and coming. Or they're up and coming right now, and then they'll be big by then. That kind of stuff happens. I mean, really, Chris Pratt wasn't all that known when he was cast for Star-Lord. Tom Holland was not all that well known. He was rather young, so he was kind of more new. And that's going to happen again, probably for Tony Stark, the new Tony Stark. And the way that they'll be able to say, like, well, yeah, this is this other Tony Stark, and kind of get away with it, is because, again, enough time has passed, so there's going to be a whole new audience. It's going to be the multiverse factors that's probably where we're going to see Miles Morales come in as a different Spider-Man. So just a lot of different things are going to be part of that universe, the multiverse. That's possibly where the X-Men and Fantastic Four and those people, it's possible that that's where they come from. Because really, currently, the MCU, well, before the Fox deal, that's why they called them enhanced. Like Wanda, Scarlet Witch, they say that she's an enhanced person. But really, Wanda is a mutant. Wanda is the daughter of Magneto. That's not in this movie. So is Quicksilver. And that's not in the current MCU because they didn't have the rights to anything related to X-Men, which meant Magneto or a mutant. But they still could use the characters. So, unless they somehow fix that and say, oh, wait, no, you weren't enhanced, you were a mutant, well, they could. Or they could just bring in a whole new universe, a whole new multiverse, whatever, a whole new world, and say, okay, well, here's the X-Men. They exist in this universe. There is a Tony Stark in this universe. Here's their Avengers. Infinity War, all these events didn't happen either yet, or they happened differently in this universe. This is how this Steve Rogers looks, and that's how this Hulk looks, and he's never bridged his mind with Bruce. Maybe actually Bruce split himself in this universe from Hulk. So everything would kind of be different. So, and it, it would change things up a little bit, but I don't actually think we'd spend all that much time dealing with that. That would just kind of be the way to bring about the Avengers Secret Wars film and get some of those characters, and not all of them, a lot of them probably would be there as like a comedic relief, and the ones that Marvel, and it probably would be a 2-part film again. But again, this is many years away. But characters that they think or know that the audience really likes is who they'll keep, and the more comedic ones is who they won't keep. But that's how they would be able to bring back, in a way, it's bringing back, but really it's introducing a new Tony Stark. It's just Tony Stark from a different multiverse. But then what would happen is they would all end up in our one universe. But that would be the events of that movie where the two universes are it's a multiverse, so there's more than just the one. But the entire multiverse is collapsing into one universe where it would become a shared universe. So that's how I'm seeing it. Very similar to what happens in the comic book or comic books. But it just makes sense because Tony Stark and Iron Man, they really, you think about it, and it's become so iconic. Not as iconic as Spider-Man is. You go anywhere and everyone knows what Spider-Man is. But it's probably around that level now for Iron Man. You show a picture of his mask and everyone knows, oh, it's Iron Man. You show a picture of Tony Stark, not everyone's going to know who it is. It's just that guy with the mustache and the big weird sunglasses. That's, you know what I mean? So, and I absolutely love Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. Not complaining at all. Loved him more and more and more. You could completely see his character grow. Arguably, his character is the one that grows the most in all of these films. And it's really, what they did is special, and it can't be replicated. They won't try to replicate it, but they also aren't going to leave. They're not going to leave a big name or big character dead either. I think it totally makes sense for them to do this. The fact that they even introduced Multiverse already, literally the film after Endgame, that tells me that they are setting they're setting up the stage for exactly what I just said. We could get a new Captain America back, but like a Steve Rogers, again, new actor. We could get a lot of different characters that they haven't showed yet, and the reason could be, because they weren't in our universe, they were in theirs, but now they're in ours. It can help fix a lot of problems, like I said, about the X-Men and the mutants and that kind of stuff. So it all fits. Honestly, it just expands the Marvel Cinematic Universe even more. It kind of makes it kind of makes sense. It's almost, in a way, for a little while, it'll kind of be like a what if scenario, which they are doing that on the Disney Plus. They are doing what if episodes, but it's going to be a little bit different because they're going to be able to tell slightly different stories. Not everybody will like that, and I won't. I already know I won't because it's going to be very similar to the Tobey Maguire crying Spider-Man, and then you have the Amazing Spider-Man by Andrew Garfield, who's very tall and skinny. And it'll kind of be like that kind of thing. It's like, well, I kind of liked it where it was just like the one. So I don't think they'll do that very much. It really would be like, here's Peter Parker, he's ours. Here's Miles Morales, he's in theirs. He has this Tony Stark, and now they're all in ours. So we got Tony Stark back, yay! But it's not your Tony Stark, and it changes things up. Because Peter Parker would be like, yeah, Tony Stark's back, but now I'm the new... Well, we're going to talk about that, so I guess I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think with these alternate dimensions and when the possibility they have and what they're going for with the show and all that, it really does make sense. And like you said, I don't think they can leave a character as iconic as Iron Man. I mean, you see Halloween costumes, you see action figures, you see video games even, right? There's the PlayStation VR video game coming out. Iron Man is a signature figure. And like you said, Tony Stark is a little bit less so. People recognize Robert Downey Jr. He's a huge name actor for sure. But when you think of the superhero, especially when kids, younger children, or anybody, even teenagers, you don't think, I think, of Tony Stark. You think of Iron Man. I think what made the death of him so impactful, too, is that it was both, though, right? So it kind of connected to the people of us that really love Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark, but also, the character of Iron Man, him saying that line, that connecting to the first Iron Man, and what the character of Iron Man is to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I definitely think it's possible. It's a huge way of getting around a lot of different things and having them explain, like you said, possibly with Wanda or Quicksilver, introducing X-Men. They can use this, and they may be using it in Spider-Man Far From Home. They can use this for a lot of different things. And if you guys want to go back and watch any of the past Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, I know Endgame is out, but if you want to go back and relive what got us basically to Endgame, you can check out a link in the description below. It's through Fandango now. It's an affiliate link. It helps us out on the channel if you go through and you buy or rent something through that link. If you guys are interested in doing that, they're having a sale on all past Marvel movies that they have on that site. You can link your Fandango VIP points. If you guys went to see Endgame, you bought it through Fandango, you can link those points through Fandango. Now you can use them to rent or buy these movies. So if you guys want to go watch these past movies, they're having a sale on their website. You can guys go check that out. Again, it helps the channel out if you guys choose to do so. But guys, we want to know what you think in the comments below. Let us know if we're right or wrong. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel podcast. Now hit that bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And we have one more video in this Avengers Endgame community series. We're also starting up our Spider-Man community series on this Thursday. So make sure you guys check that out as well. We're going to be talking about all things Spider-Man Far From Home leading to that movie releasing on July 2nd. So we're going to be doing the same thing with the community series with that. So we hope to see you guys there as well.